So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy Ellen. I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. So listen, somebody told me I was looking for some paranormal videos to watch. I got you. You in the right place. I got you. Listen, we're gonna check out 6 terrifying videos that'll make you call for mom. All right, so remember, you asked for it. So please make sure the house is secure, doors is locked, windows is locked, you're safe and secure, because let's get spooky, baby. Y'all ready? Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Uh-oh.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious videos that are leaving viewers perplexed. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. It's like this.
Es la ternurita de Luana, o sea, las ternuritas de Luana, o sea, ¿qué les pasa?
Our first clip of the day comes from the Instagram account Paranormal. It shows a young boy filming a vlog when something strange begins to happen. Take a look.
Es la ternurita de Luana, o sea, las ternuritas de Luana, o sea, ¿qué les pasa? A mí en todo lugar no me gustan las ternuritas de Luana. En mi primer video, yo soy Ebra Saúl López Alcaraz y voy a subir mi primer video.
As you can see, the crucifixion.
And it's like, he noticed it the first time in the screen. He looking in the screen, he like, nah, that can't be. But he just kept doing what he was doing. Then it just started going crazy. Then he screamed. That makes me kind of feel like this ain't fake. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he trying to wiggle up off that cross right now is what it looked like.
In the background begins to move for what seems like no reason at all. It takes a few seconds for the boy to notice what's happening, but when he does, he freaks out and runs. The clip then just cuts out. The comment section was divided on this one. Some said it was nothing more than fishing wire, while others thought it was a little more significant than that, calling it a sign from Christ himself.
The boy didn't even turn around. He didn't even turn around and acknowledge what was going on. He started screaming before he even turned around. That's another thing that makes me think, lean a little more to the real side. Now, could it have been fishing wire? Absolutely. But I would have thought if somebody's trying to pull something over our eyes or pull a fast one, they'd have set it up, then they'd have waited till it started moving, then they'd have looked back and then screamed and ran. He noticed it while he was in a reflection, and he never turned around. That's what's throwing me off about him. That came off a little too real for me. That's real.
These are obviously two very different opinions, so I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers. Where do you sit on this, hoax or holy? Let me know down below.
Yo soy Ebra Saúl López Alcaraz y voy a subir mi primer video.
It could be fake now, don't get me wrong, it could be, but he just didn't give off that vibe.
Many people around the world believe that there's more to our reality than meets the eye. While some people turn to religion to help explain or give meaning to our existence, others have more mind-bending takes on what reality actually means. If you spend enough time in the deepest, darkest recesses of Reddit or other internet forums, you're bound to come across a theory that posits that we're living in an artificial simulation. That what we're experiencing is just a simulated reality generated from a very advanced computer network far in the future. While a lot of people tend to think of the film The Matrix when this theory's brought up, the concept has a much longer history than a late 90s action film. For thousands of years, philosophers have grappled with the idea of reality being an illusion. Chinese, Indian, and even ancient Greek texts discuss the idea that our reality is more akin to a painting, like visions experienced during sleep or in periods of madness. A more contemporary take on this theory was popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom. Bostrom posits the idea that in the future, humans will have access to vast amounts of computing power, enormous networks that are so powerful that our future selves could be running detailed simulations of historical events and timelines. He suggests that the inhabitants of these simulations may harbour their own consciousness, and that the worlds are so finely detailed the people in them wouldn't know the difference. Bostrom concludes this argument by saying it's only rational to think that it's likely we're living among these simulations, rather than being the original biological creators of such simulations. It's easy to follow this line of thinking. Even with the metaverse in its absolute infancy, humans in the future will eventually create lifelike virtual realities that are indistinguishable from base reality.
That's why that scene from The Matrix, it just hits home if you see it now, where they're laying in the chair and they're back and they're plugged in and they're in this matrix until somebody unplugs them out of it. Like, so do y'all ever feel like, or is that just too far down a rabbit hole y'all want to go in? Because sometimes you see things or experience things or think we're headed towards something like that. And I'll stop there.
Here at Slaptam, we often feature clips that purport to show glitches in reality. Many enthusiasts of the simulation hypothesis point to these glitches as evidence that the simulation is breakable, giving a glimpse as to what's truly going on. This clip, uploaded by Conspiration ESP on Twitter, seems to show one such breakdown in reality. Take a look.
One single snow. It snowed pretty
It's
hard.
snowing really hard in the mirror, and then
Really?
on that side there's nothing.
It's all clear.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what?
Outside is a clear day with blue skies. Yet somehow the mirror is reflecting a heavy snowstorm taking place out the same window. Many commenters call this a glitch in the Matrix, a failure in the simulation showing two side-by-side realities playing out simultaneously.
Really hard in the mirror, and then
Really?
on that side there's nothing.
It's all clear.
Regardless of what this clip shows, the simulation hypothesis is certainly a mind-bending thought experiment, one that only seems to become more and more convincing the more you sit with it. So what do you think? Have you ever stopped to consider that you may be living in an extremely advanced virtual simulation? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comment section down below.
Hard in the mirror, and then
Really?
on that side there's nothing.
It's all clear.
I'm still puzzled, bro. I'm still sitting here like, how is that even possible? They got me.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what?
In November 2020, Facebook user Gabriel Martinez Navarro decided to visit an abandoned school he had heard rumors about in Mexico.
Oh, really?
He decided to film his adventure to show friends and followers on social media. However, this outing ends up a little more hair-raising than Navarro would have ever imagined. The clip begins with the uploader driving down a long country road in the middle of the night.
Es que vine a investigar yo solo.
Mistake number one.
Ven.
After a long drive, he arrives at his destination and enters the long abandoned property.
Can we say mistake number two? Gates are there for a reason, people. I don't understand. They're there for a reason for you to keep out.
Y por allá.
Not much is known about the Benito Juarez School. It was built in 1954 and sits on a very secluded parcel of land out in the middle of nowhere. After a period of mismanagement, the school experienced a rapid decline, ultimately becoming abandoned and almost forgotten. Locals who know about the school try to avoid it altogether. They say it's heavily haunted by spirits and dark shadowy figures that roam around at night time. As Navarro explores the old buildings, we can see what kind of state it's been left in.
Todo lo que. Mira nomás, esta sí está abierta.
Then, while taking a look in one of the former classrooms, something eerie happens. Watch.
Puro pinche pedo, no hay ni madres a la verga.
Oh, yeah, I remember this clip.
Watching that again, a plank of wood seems to move all by itself. Then the door to the room just closes. This startles Navarro, who starts to breathe heavily. Perhaps there's some truth to the local...
Heard that though, right? You heard that, right? That he just armed himself.
This startles Navarro, who starts to breathe heavily. Perhaps there's some truth to the local legends, after all. Unsettled, the OP makes his way out of the room when things take a turn for the worse. Take a look at what happens. It can be hard to see at first, but if we play that back in slow motion and brighten up the image, we can see a face peering out from around the corner of the building. Navarro runs off into the night before the clip abruptly ends.
No, don't run now. Don't run, because two things: driving down a dark dirt road at night, mistake one. Going in the gate, which probably was for you to keep out, mistake two. Now you found what you was looking for. Why you running now?
Some viewers thought,
bro, he cleared that gate like he was running from the police. You hear me?
or it might have been a squatter living on the property, keeping a close eye on Navarro. Then, how do you explain the moving plank of wood? Given that locals try to avoid the abandoned school completely and that they believe the site to be haunted, some viewers insist that what we're witnessing here is genuine paranormal activity.
Absolutely. They done already told you it was haunted, but you had to see for yourself. I think you got what you asked for. Think you did.
One of our viewers, Carl Stringer, submitted the following clips on our Slaptam Facebook group. One afternoon in April 2022, Stringer spotted a strange flying object hurtling through the sky above his home in Yorkshire, UK. This is what he caught on camera. An unidentified tic-tac-shaped object is flying through the sky. It doesn't look like a commercial craft of any kind and doesn't appear to have wings, and it's not displaying any safety lights. In response to the clips, quite a few of our viewers confirmed that they too had recently seen white cigar-shaped objects zipping through the air. Stringer thought perhaps it was an unmanned SpaceX rocket, as they've been known to cause quite a stir on the internet when spotted. However, there's been no official word on what this craft might be, so for now, it will have to remain a genuine UFO sighting.
It could be definitely something the government is tasting out. You know, ever since I watched that video with the planes and seeing the different things they be testing out and be trying to work on and try out and figure if this works and trying to gain an edge up on the enemy or whatever. That's what I be thinking about as well too now when I'm thinking UFO or something the government is testing that they might not want us to know about. But they're doing, if that's the case, they're doing a poor job of keeping it discreet.
This next one comes from one of our viewers, Mary EP. In April 2022, Mary received a notification that her baby monitor had detected movement. When she reviewed the footage, she was creeped out by what she saw. Take a look.
Anytime a door just creep open in your baby's room, I'd have been dropped whatever I had and ran in there.
So there's a few strange things happening in this clip. Firstly, the door seems to open all by itself. Several orbs fly past the camera.
Yeah, I see the orbs now. I was watching the door so hard, I missed the orbs, but I see them now.
A balloon shifts in the background. Then, creepiest of all, the toy on the right-hand side of the room turns on.
Just random.
At first, Mary thought that because the door wasn't fully closed, it may have swung open by chance. But then the orbs and toy turning on were a little harder to explain. Some viewers thought, due to the sequence of events, that some kind of spirit entered the room, then moved to the right. This caused the balloon to shift and the toy to activate.
And the fact that the balloon is moving, what movie that make y'all think of? Exactly, It. So anything that came in that room, I'm automatically thinking is demonic. I don't think it's no angel in there checking on the baby. One of his, you know how they like to say it's one of the relatives that may have passed away that's watching over him. I'm not thinking anything that's coming to just check on him. No, I'm thinking demonic.
It seems Mary doesn't want to speculate too much on what's happening here. Instead, she offered the footage up to our Facebook group for everyone to make up their own minds. Before we take a look at some footage of what many are calling a real mermaid caught on camera, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos.
Oh yeah.
You might have seen this next one doing the social media rounds. In early April 2022, footage surfaced of what many are calling a real mermaid caught on camera.
And on first glance, again, I just think costume. I'm thinking maybe somebody shooting a movie or something like that. Because this one just doesn't look, this looks all too like, no. I just can't get behind this one. Even the wings or whatever that is by the waist that's flapping, even that looks kind of mechanical. Like, no, I don't think I'm buying this one.
Footage surfaced of what many are calling a real mermaid caught on camera. In the small coastal...
See how it was doing just like the same motion? That one little wing, I keep calling it a wing fin or whatever you want to call it, but it just keep moving back and forth like it's mechanical or something, man. It's making the same movement.
Town of Ukanda, just south of Mombasa in Kenya, locals claim to have discovered a strange creature washed ashore from the Indian Ocean. The footage was uploaded by the YouTube channel Kenyan Ice. Take a look. As you can see, a group has gathered around what appears to be a half-human, half-fish creature. It writhes about on the sand as people film it with their phones.
And then people just standing there just poking it. If it was real, like, what are y'all doing? Just standing there just poking it. Yeah, I just don't think this one is real, but...
Interestingly, mermaids appear in mythic tales all around the world dating back thousands of years. Ancient texts and folklore from disparate regions like the Middle East to Scandinavia and even Southeast Asia reference strange beings that are half human, half fish. Ancient Romans documented scaled, human-like creatures washing ashore near the town of Gaul. Gaius Plinius Secundus, born in 23 AD, was a respected lawyer, naturalist and philosopher who wrote widely on the subject and reportedly saw the scale-covered beings numerous times himself. He even notes that the governor of Gaul wrote a letter to Emperor Augustus to inform him of the mysterious creatures washing ashore. Christopher Columbus, during his 1493 expedition to the Caribbean, claims to have spotted 3 mermaids out at sea. Even as recently as 2009, the mayor of a coastal town in Israel offered a $1 million reward to anyone that could prove the existence of mermaids. This came off the back of a spate of sightings in which locals claim to have seen a mermaid performing aerial tricks in Haifa Bay, just north of Tel Aviv. So then, what's to be made of the most recent sighting in Kenya? Is it real or just a hoax? Either way, it's interesting to see how pervasive the mermaid myth has been. For thousands of years, it's captured the imaginations of people all over the world. So is there a thread of truth running through these old legends after all? Let me know your take on this in the comment section down below. Now, if you want to see some more creepy videos, then check out that link on the...
Listen, believe what you want about mermaids. Now, do I believe that was a mermaid? I don't. I ain't really see the gills to really breathe or figure out how it's breathing underwater, whether the gills be here or however it's breathing. Number two, it just looked real mechanical. Number three, everybody just standing there poking it. You know what I mean? Now, do mermaids exist? Can I 100% definitively say yeah? No. Can I 100% definitively say no? No, I can't. But that wasn't one to me. That's all I'm saying. That one was not one. Now, the dude with the cross hanging on the wall and it swinging, that was a little bit better depiction of something possibly being real, some paranormal activity being captured that was real. I definitely would check more into that one, but no, I'm just not buying that one. Could be though, but I'm not buying. So y'all get at me in the comment section though, man. Let me know what you thought of these videos. Do you believe real or fake? Which ones? We had 6 terrifying videos that'll make you call for mom. All right, it's your boy L. Make sure you leave a like, share the video, stick around and stay tuned. Till the next one, I'm gone. Peace.